Greetings, adventurers. Welcome to the Adventure Incorporated podcast. It's me, it's Anthony Reed. I am the Dungeon Master, and this is the Adventure Incorporated podcast, which I pointed out before. This is episode 17, and it is part of the Ancient Secrets story arc here at the Adventure Incorporated podcast. I want to say a big thank you to our patrons at patreon.com/adventureinc who support the Adventure Incorporated podcast each and every month with their contributions to our Patreon. They get all kinds of goodies, bonus goodies. They get access to a special room inside our Discord for patrons only on the Discord associated with the Adventure Incorporated podcast. They get bonus episodes with special guests that they can check out that are all canon. They're a little bit, we'll say, off the wall sometimes, but the story that's happening there is happening alongside the story you're hearing here. You don't need it, but if you go over to patreon.com/adventureinc and you support the show, you get to check those out, and we would be so appreciative that you did. I also want to point out, if you're not following us on your social medias, on the Twitter and Instagram, you need to go check them out, because right now our network, the Serious Business Podcast Network, of which Adventure Incorporated podcast is part of, is doing a giveaway, and you could be a part of it too. So head over to those the Instagram and Twitter and do the things you need to do, including leaving a review for this show, and you can win bonus stuff that looks great, and you absolutely should be a part of it. So go check it out. Don't sleep on it. Make it happen. You'll be happy you did. And it's not just for this show, but all of our other shows too. So check it out over at twitter.com and instagram.com. Do I need the doc? It's fine. Let's get started. Nobles and farmers, knights and scoundrels, gather round to hear a tale of excitement and mystery. Brave adventurers facing grave dangers. Belroth, the ranger.
She's a Grimalkin, but that's understood. No pets allowed, even though she's not a pet. I will wait outside. Everyone, if anyone needs anything, I am outside.
Skarpin, the cleric.
Should I just try and snipe them from over here?
Yeah, okay. I did say they were as good as dead. I would hate for my, to break my word on our first contract as Adventure Incorporated.
Ellery, the bard.
We would want you to leave this warehouse.
He points behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Church.
Oh, sorry. We want you to leave this church.
ReedDeeran, the wizard. He say you no worship Shattered Fang.
Yeah, man, he's super wrong. We love Broken Tooth, Shattered Fang, man.
Prepare yourselves, for these are the tales of Adventure Incorporated. The four of you emerge from the forest edge as night has fallen. For you, you've spent maybe 40 minutes, from dawn to now, but it's late. Time has shifted on you, and your traveling has taken longer than you expected. And standing at the edge of the tree line, a short distance away, is Archimedes Silverblade. As you arrive, he nods to you and begins to move towards you. He says, "Fruitful?"
No, not fruit, not bread, no, nothing. I haven't eaten in days.
Well, I'm glad you did not eat there. That is, I explicitly warned you against it.
Ever since you said something, I couldn't think of anything else.
He reaches into his satchel and pulls up a little bit of jerky that he hands to you.
I had the same problem, man.
He reaches in and gets a little bit more.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm feeling a little peckish. I didn't want to...
Well, I'm out, so...
Belroth pulls out his own jerky and doesn't... Fine.
I'm still hungry, Belroth.
This is my last jerky. He gives him like a little bit.
Yeah, he eats a little bit.
He gives the other half of it to Freya. He has like little jerky. He has way less jerky now than he expected.
Write it down on your sheet, Rob.
Where's my jerky counter? Knock one off.
I hate where this is going. Steph, you were saying.
Yeah. Ellery looks around and is like genuinely surprised to hear that everyone else is like down about this. Because she has never been more jazzed in her entire life. So I would say it was pretty fruitful. We met the Agristal spirit.
Yes.
Yeah. But then he said, oh, just like, whatever, go talk to another god. Like, we could even ever do that, man. Like,
We just did, Deeran.
I mean, I think there was a bit of value. It wasn't what we were hoping for. I was hoping that we'd get more. But we did learn a few important things, that this magic, or lack thereof, is from beyond and before the time of this god of creation. What we're dealing with is something that is so ancient that it is unique to this world. And that is not nothing.
We also learned that we're unique to this world. That we've got fate woven around us in a way that makes us able to see these creatures, and the fact that the Golden One believes in us to solve this is... I'm still having a little trouble processing it.
It was a lot. I'm trying to retain as much in my memory as I can and just write down as many notes eventually after we decompress this. There were some interesting creatures in there that I just kind of want to sketch in my book.
So Lanya did not have information for us on dealing with these creatures at all?
will you remind me, Anthony, did the Golden One introduce himself as Lanyar?
Celian did.
Celian did, okay.
Yes.
Cool.
No, not explicitly, no. They seem to say there's no information to be found. It's very disheartening, actually, but I'm real excited, Ellery.
But now we can just go talk to Caliesto.
I mean,
unless you have connections to exploit in that regard, I don't know how you would make that happen.
Well, I don't know either, but every adventure starts with a first step. You don't always know where you're going when you walk out the door, but you always end up somewhere. That's a thing my grandma always says.
Ellery and Ellery's grandmother do have a good point. If that's where we're supposed to look, Caliesto, then maybe we look for some Caliesto-related resources, some maybe clerics of Caliesto, some grand archives of Caliesto. I don't know if those exist. It's definitely a starting point. It's not nothing, but it is not a lot. I will admit that it is not a lot, because we can't just send Caliesto a letter.
I'm going to put a pin here real quick. I do want to clarify to you guys that the Caliesto thing was for the fading.
That's right. Sorry.
Not for the demons.
Oh.
So, for the demons, he had no leads. I didn't know if you were doing this on
referring
purpose.
to, by the way, was just the fading, which isn't even related to what we were asking.
So,
Belroth says in character.
But the demons, there was no path that we should follow for that?
Well, not one that the Golden One knows of. But, again, he was very confident that we will find one on our own.
It limits our options considerably.
Well, he did allow us to sense this the void magic that we encountered. So when we are investigating things, we'll be able to tell if it's a good place to start.
No, Ellery, let me know if I'm like overstepping or like, underselling the gods or whatever here. But like he said, like it was nothing like from here, right, man? So like, what if it's... And Deeran looks up at the sky, and then his eyes get really big, and he looks back down at everyone else, and he says, what if it's from out there, man? Like beyond the stars. What if it's aliens, man?
That seems outlandish, but we don't have... It is a theory, I suppose. It would fulfill the words that Lanier said, it seems. It is difficult whenever you interact with one of the Fey folk. They speak sometimes truthfully without implying what you expect them to imply. Sometimes the things they say fit the letter of the truth without fitting the spirit of it.
Yeah, none of you guys think it could be true that it's aliens, but maybe, man.
I think we need to do research we need to find a place where we can do research, right?
I think I have one last viable option. Something I can provide that will hopefully shed some more light on this.
Like special magic weapons and armor and, I don't know, maybe like a flying machine of some kind to like help us like really, cleanse the demon scourge or whatever.
Something way more valuable than all of those things. Information. So,
Deeran is like visibly upset.
there are some...
Mike is visibly upset.
There are some things I will need to acquire to see if this is even doable. I will send a list to you shortly of things we may need in order to attempt this. I will provide what resources I can through the Silver Mask, but I am... there is still going to be necessity from Adventure Incorporated or the Kingdom, or however we hope to push this through. I cannot provide everything myself. So I will send you a list shortly as I ensure that my preparations are in place.
Should we stay in the city still?
That is up to you. I will find you either way. If you return to the city, then you can stay there and do what you need to do. Or I will probably be able to get you a list relatively shortly. So if you want to stay here, fine. I don't know if this is your long-term place you intend to stay or not. That is up to you.
Well, we're members of Adventure Incorporated. Maybe we should stick around.
Most members of Adventure Incorporated do not spend time here. That is what brokers are for. To my understanding, although you would be better off speaking to those of the organization on that.
Well, there's no real use in standing out here in this forest. I mean, why don't we head back and regroup a little?
Very well. You go, and I will send word as soon as I can.
Excuse me. Archimedes?
Hmm?
I just wanted to say thank you. I know it seems like you had worked a long time to get that meeting. But I really appreciate you're giving it up to us. I'm sorry that we didn't have more to tell you, but that was a really incredible experience in there.
I hope that you are able to make use of it. I hope that it provides value. But only time will tell. He turns and leaves. He's walking along the tree line.
I guess we should follow him, yes?
Wolf!
As we start traveling back, Belroth is trying to multitask, taking down notes in the woods, traveling at night. He's trying to write down stuff and trying to sketch stuff of everything he just saw. It's not going well because it's dark and he's walking. But he's doing his best.
So you're going back to the city, right? He's not. So if you're following him, you're going the wrong direction.
Oh.
Skarpin's going to be hunting on his way back.
Yeah, Ellery too.
Okay.
Should we just travel? Should we make camp here and then travel in the day so it's easier?
You're not that far from the city.
So never mind.
You're like an hour away.
Let's go home.
Give me survival checks, Skarpin and Ellery.
21.
19.
Okay. Between the two of you, you find a deer.
Same deal, Ellery. You start and I'll finish it off.
Okay.
All right.
I think actually capturing the deer in some capacity is like relatively trivial for you. So yeah, you gorge yourself.
Right.
Skarpin, you're still hungry.
You're never not hungry.
But, like, he's happier about it.
That's up to you. I can't tell you one way or the other. You are the same amount of hungry you were before you ate the deer. You guys arrive back. You guys arrive back at the city.
One thing that Lanier got me thinking on is if we need to talk to this Caliesto, maybe they have information at the High Basilica. There's all sorts of resources there.
That's not a bad idea. I was going to send my father a letter and see if he had any rumblings about this that he might know. It's not necessarily his field of research, but, you know, if there were archives on the Demon Isles, maybe he saw some stuff that could help.
Yeah, definitely. I could write my dad, too. How about you, Deeran?
My dad's, like, pretty busy, man.
He's just sounded so smart and important. You've talked about him a few times.
Yeah, he's, probably pretty busy. That's all.
Okay. Oh, yes, the letters take a long time.
Well, like, asking him to, like, help out or anything, like, I don't know, man. I don't know how willing to help he would be.
I want to be clear. I wasn't suggesting we all send our dad's letters.
I think we should.
Oh, I do every week.
Yeah.
I send a letter to my mom and my grandma and my dad and some of my friends back in Naya, too.
I mentioned this. Maybe they know something.
I'm not that punctual at all. I very rarely write letters. Maybe I should write them more.
I think it would be really nice for your family to hear from you as often as you want them to. And Deeran, I understand that there's,
they do. They hear from me as often as I want them to.
Yeah. I think that's...
Yeah. We're like the same on that.
Oh, well, that's great. Okay, well, I wonder what this Archimedes fellow's gonna tell us to go find.
So where are you headed in the city?
Should we find a room somewhere, or... do we have other business?
Let's.
Well, we could.
Maybe we should head back to Adventure Incorporated. We can find better rooms, and we can just stake them out, and then that could be our headquarters.
I think that sounds like a good idea.
That's great.
If we could have
I
a
don't think you
headquarters,
Everyone knows sold you.
if we could have a headquarters where we could, set up a base of operations and Deeran, I know you've always talked about having a corkboard and some yarn to do your thinking on. Maybe that's where we could set that up.
Oh, it would be nice to set up the board again, man. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting. Oh, yeah. Well, let's go.
You pass back through the gates of the Brass Palace from Old Mughamar, heading toward the Tower of Adventure Incorporated. And as you make your way to the base of the tower, Wesley steps out of a side alleyway and is just walking alongside the four of you now.
Good.
Oh,
He smells of alcohol.
That tracks.
Wesley, we're gonna go set up
he
our
smells
headquarters.
normal.
Wesley, I met my god.
Hello, Wesley.
I have met my god several times. It is always a dangerous experience, I find.
Yeah, I guess technically I met, my god too, or whatever.
Whoa, really?
Well, yeah, because, everything's connected, you know what I mean? It doesn't really matter, who you worship or how you do it or whatever. It's all the same, you know what I mean, man? All the power comes from, the same place or whatever.
No,
That is not
No,
true.
it doesn't.
That is decidedly not true.
Yeah, man, I know, I know it's pretty crazy to hear, right? But,
I just think it is factually incorrect. That's
Very
all.
inaccurate.
I just do not believe what you are saying to be true.
no, I understand. People meet, this enlightened kind of mentality, right? A little bit resistant at first, man, and that's okay. But, once you start to really see the whole picture,
But Deeran, we just saw a very so I could have gotten maybe behind your argument yesterday, but after today, after seeing the god that I've worshipped for my whole entire life out in front of me in an actual a real body and voice and he's his own person.
sure.
And so, if Caliesto and all the other
Oleander,
gods,
Yeah.
that's another one. Then there's there's the angry one, and then there's the double one. You've got so many different gods, and they're all people, and I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
that's
lie.
what I'm saying, man. They're all just, whoever, right? They may or may not all exist the same way that yours do, but it's not like they do anything different is what I'm really, at the end of the day, right? Everybody's kind of, it's all connected. It's all the same
Diane
power.
did exist and now is dead. It is no longer, is in theory, a spectral being, but could just be a thought.
Well, sure, but that power, right? Is no more Diam's or the Golden Ones or Caliestos or Oleanders or anybody's, right? It's just power that people tap into. You know what I mean?
Ellori's a little bit upset about this.
It looks like Wesley has lost whatever you're talking about. He is not tracking this conversation anymore. He says, what are you doing back in Brass Palace?
Regrouping and then figuring out our next move, for the most part. It's late. It's dark. Where else would we go?
Yes, where indeed? Where else could you go? Where else could you go?
No, I know what you're going to say, Wesley. Not the Shining Knight. No, we can't go back there.
Yeah, we're not going back there, man.
That is fine, and probably for best. But I don't think this place is best place for you right now.
Okay.
Well, we're employees or whatever. This is where we, work and live.
Yes. Yeah,
Our
no,
headquarters.
yes, you are employees of place, yes, of Adventure Incorporated, and from time to time you will spend time here. But probably the most amount of time you can spend away from Elder Carapath's direct supervision, probably best.
Oh no, he gave us money last time. He sent us on our way to Archimedes. It was a great meeting. I think you have him wrong. I think he likes us.
Okay. You can make choice. Do as you will. I will be staying down in House of Elder Riggs, who is not present at time. You may stay there as well if you wish. You may stay in the tower if you wish. You may stay at tavern if you wish. There are many places you can go. But I think it is probably best if you come up with plan for future.
Why don't we find a nice tavern that isn't the tavern we can never return to, because we're not going back there, and then figure this plan out, and then go sleep at Elder Riggs' place for free, I assume.
Well, I
and
will
then move
not
on.
charge you. I'm not going to charge you to stay in other man's house.
Well, I don't know. I mean, there's this recent scam called Air Tavern, and it is crazy. Everything can apparently be a tavern now where you can sleep in, and it's driving prices all over.
Air
the place.
in.
Air in.
Wait,
Yes,
man.
I have heard of this.
Elder Riggs, what's his, like, ale stores like, Wesley?
Yeah, we will probably have to stop somewhere before we go back to house.
All right.
That's fine. We got
Should
a
we just,
sign-on
like-
bonus.
Should we just, like, figure out what we're gonna do with stuff there?
Yeah, that works too.
We could do, like, food in. Hey, Ellery,
We
I'm
can order
sorry.
pizza.
like, you seem, like, upset or whatever.
No, it's all right. I think that my god is his own person.
Oh, yeah, like, I agree.
It didn't seem like that's what you're saying.
No, yeah, like, all the gods are, like, individual, right? But, like, it's like, if they all had, like, a joint bank account together or whatever, and that's where all the power came from. And so, like, everybody, like, pitches in, takes out wherever, however much that they, like, want or whatever,
So then, like, when Coliesto gets gift for Iora, it's like Iora gave themselves a gift.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, it's like, yeah.
Because it's just same bank account.
Well, it's the thought that counts.
It's all the same money.
But I mean, gifts are more than money.
Well, yes. Yeah.
Gifts are intention and thought.
Well, yes, but Celestial cannot give intention and thought to other Celestial. They only draw the intention and thought from the normal people, so that does not really work.
Yeah.
Anyways, why don't we head back to Elder Riggs?
That sounds good to me. I will stop and get drink on the way. Meet you there, yeah? You
Yes.
go, I will meet you. I'll bring drinks. And I guess food, I don't know what you like to eat.
Is there a good pizza place?
flesh.
What's the best pizza place?
I'll find you something.
Okay.
Okay.
Raw flesh I will not find. I don't know where. No. Oh.
Oh.
No, I will find raw
Yes?
flesh. Yes. I don't know if there'll be any blood involved, but we can get the raw flesh at least.
Oh, that's all right.
I don't know how to help you. Ellery, I don't think there are places around that I can purchase blood for you.
No, it's okay. I'm fine for a couple of days.
Okay.
There's a pet star here.
Yes.
I don't need any more of that. I will just go and get things, and I will arrive soon.
All right. Thank you, Wesley.
Good luck finding Elderig's house. I will see you all in no time, I'm sure. He just wanders off.
Excellent.
So let's go.
Yeah. I think I remember the way. I got great memory, great sense of direction.
So Skarpin heads north.
Yeah. Okay.
Skarpin, that is absolutely the wrong way.
What do you mean?
Belroth takes you to the west, back down into the old Mughamar. And
North would be out of the city, I believe, the way it's been described.
you just came from the north, honestly.
Well, Skarpin wasn't facing that direction, so he forgot.
So you guys return to Elder Riggs's house. You push open the door, and Elder Riggs is sitting in a chair by the fire. Just going over some books. Oh, no, please, come in.
Elder Riggs, you're not supposed to be here.
Am I not?
Oh,
It's my
no.
house.
That's really good. Well, yeah, but like, no, you're right. You're right. Welcome.
Please come. I assume this is Wesley's fault in some way.
Well, it seems like everything has been for the last several weeks.
Yes, well, he can be a bit of a whirlwind like that. Please, have a seat over here. Willing to help in whatever way I can.
Belroth grabs a big chair next to like the best light source and continues to finish his notes and drawings. You see him rip out a page because one of the he was trying to draw a picture while walking, which is not an easy feat. And he rips it out and just starts over, trying to draw the Green Man and Winterbone characters he saw.
Yeah, you are set up next to the hearth. You just crumple up the paper and toss it in. I'm going to keep drawing. How are things? How are you doing?
Honestly, things are pretty amazing. We got to meet the Agastral Spirit, the Golden One himself.
Wow.
And he told us we were special. Now, normally, when my grandma tells me I'm special, I like believing her because I know she really means it and she really believes it, but there's something a little different about your grandma telling you you're special and your God telling you you're special.
I could presume that to be true, yes. Few have met the heart of creation, and fewer still would even consider such a thing possible. That is, if nothing else were to happen now, you have already lived storied lives.
That's true. This is definitely a story that I'm going to write home to my grandma about, probably tonight.
Yeah, and I'll write my father and mother, and I'll tell them all about it.
Well, if you are here waiting for Wesley, I would probably not wait. I suspect he will not be here for some time. So I can give you some space to decompress and have your conversations. But if you have need of me, I will be just in the other room.
Thank
he
you so
stands and moves toward his bedroom.
Hey, Elder Riggs.
Yes?
The Heart of Creation told us to talk to Caliesto. Is that, like, real? Like, is that a real suggestion?
From the heart of creation, I suppose. Yes, probably. That would be a thing that he would really suggest to you. Very few people have ever spoken with the heart of creation. To my knowledge, that is way more than has ever spoken with the All-Seer. That is unfathomable to me. But if the heart of creation believes that you can do it, well, who am I to disagree with the heart of creation?
I mean, I feel really bad because, like, I laughed at him when he said it. Like, it was just like a little snicker, but like, I mean, he may as well have told us, I don't know, like, have you considered, like, holding the sun to warm up?
To my understanding, limited as it may be, that is a more likely scenario.
Great. Thanks.
Good night. He shuffles into his room.
Good night. Belroth finishes his drawing and his notes, slams his book together, puts it into his stuff, starts clearing stuff off the, like, I guess, like, coffee table that's in there. Like, I don't know. Just
Pushes it all over.
Yeah, just right off the table, just clearing it.
You can hear Elder Riggs sigh from his bedroom.
All right. So, what's the game plan? We have to figure out either how to talk to Caliesta, which seems tough, and we also need to figure out the source of the void creature demon things. Are we calling them the void creatures? I don't like that.
That's a good idea. We should come up with a name for them so that we keep our branding consistent.
Everybody else is using demons, so like,
Right, but
that would be the easiest one.
But I don't
Language is
love
important.
that term. I don't love that term.
Yeah.
As a tiefling, I don't love it.
Yeah, I just worry that every time we're going to go out there, you know, we're going to be like, oh yeah, we're fighting the void creatures, and they're going to be like, what? And we're
What?
gonna be like,
And they're going to be like, the demons, and everyone's like, oh. And I
Yeah.
know, doesn't mean I like it.
No, I understand. I just,
I
Alright,
think
let's
that
do it.
precise language is worth using, even if it means a little extra work for you.
all right. Just feels like we're fighting
It's like when you
the
tell
tide, you know?
Yeah, but it's like when you tell a story, you're not going to settle for the first verb that comes to mind.
What if it's the right verb?
Then you're very lucky.
So, anyways, we have two side-by-side parallel things we're trying to do, I guess, as a group. And correct me if I'm wrong. We are trying to figure out more about this demon. Now I'm saying it. Now I'm saying the
See?
demon thing. I didn't want to do
like,
that.
it fits.
We're trying to find more about them.
The void
And
creatures, right?
Void demons, whatever. We're trying to find out about them, and we're trying to find out about the fading.
It's more void magic. The demons wield the void magic. I think that's clarifying
What if we
points
pronounce
here.
Demon like the fancy people do, like Damon.
I have a cousin, Damon.
Yeah.
It'd be
wanna
very
confuse
confusing for me.
Yeah, we're here to fight Damon. And then your cousin
I mean, I
steps
don't
out.
like him. I'm not a big fan of Damon.
So
Do you want us to fight him?
Kind of.
I
He's
feel
a
like we
bit
could
of-
handle
he-
that.
He's
Your family's
important.
rough, Belroth. Your sister, your cousin.
I know. Well, listen, I feel like I want to find my sister, but I also don't know where to start with that. So I'm trying to figure out the groundwork of where we go next.
We should put that. If I were the type of person who made lists, which I'm not the type of person who
I
makes
can be the type of
lists,
person to make a list.
I would suggest making a list. But since I'm not the type of person that makes lists, I'm not going to suggest that.
You're being very specific. I cleared off the table because I assumed I would have parchment to scroll out, but then I didn't. So I just kind of knocked everything on the ground.
Here's some parchment. You knocked it on the ground.
Oh, perfect. Belroth unrolls it. Okay.
what's
Number
on the
one.
parchment?
Oh, there's stuff on here. I'm sorry. Hold on. Listen, we'll use my notebook. He opens his book.
After slamming it closed very dramatically.
Yes. I was trying to gain everyone's attention. It worked, and now I have to open it again. Anyways, number 1. Find Caliesto.
Just
That seems-
gonna start with the biggest one, right?
Well, I figure, you start with
our
the
way
hardest
down?
things.
Yeah.
You start with the hardest things, and you end with the easiest things.
Yeah.
When and then you can do a bunch of easy things and work your way up to the hard thing.
Oh.
Belroth
Everyone knows
crosses
if you
out the
just do
number.
the hardest thing first, even if it takes you decades, you do the hardest thing first, then you can knock all the rest of the shit out quick.
That's right.
Belroth crosses out the number. Listen, this isn't
Snowball
a numbered
versus
list, okay?
avalanche adventuring over here. We're trying to figure it out, Some people are snowballers, and I get it, but, avalanche is the smarter way to do it.
Avalanche is the smarter way to do it.
I'm personally a snowballer. I
right,
think
weird flex.
Deeran is probably an avalanche. Something about him strikes me as tilting at windmills. I don't know what it is.
Find Caliesto, and then he puts a dash next to it, the fading. And then void creature / demons dash next to it, question marks. Okay, where are we now? Feel like we've made no inroads.
We can also put on there trying to find Elder Hawktalon.
Ooh, Elder Hawktalon. I don't remember his significance, but I'm sure I will.
Well, he, works here.
Yeah, he's Elder
one of our
Riggs'
bosses.
friend.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
right. Dash
He
next
might
to
help
it,
us.
missing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, Belroth, you're trying to find your partner
Amelia.
and your sister
Well, yes.
And everyone
And-
who escaped the Demon Isles.
and your cousin, who we
I'm not
may or
trying to
may
find
not
Damon.
have to fight.
I don't like
I don't
Damon.
know is that like a parenthetical or whatever?
No, he's just a jerk. He's not like an evil person. He's just a jerk.
There's scratching at the door.
Oh, where's
That would be
Freya?
very strange.
Where is she?
Freya's laying on the floor next to the hearth.
Oh, you don't have to scratch her inside.
She looks at you confused.
Oh, if it wasn't you.
Okay,
Who wants-
fine, I'll get it or whatever.
Thank
and
you,
Deeran stands up in a huff, and he barges over to the door, and he opens it because you can't peek out. There's not there's not a little peephole. What the hell did people do? Did they just open their doors to anyone before the invention of the peephole?
Vampires heyday back then.
No, they
Right?
had they cracked it open a little bit, and you had the little the chain that would keep it closed. So
You think the
your head-
chain was around before the peephole?
Oh my god, yeah.
I picture a slidey window as the intermediary between no one opens a door and the peephole.
That's probably really what you did, right? You looked around your house, you said, is everyone who is here who I expect to be here? And then you just didn't open the door.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or you call
mean-
out, "Hello, who is there?" And you hope they answer.
Well, the door's open.
Yeah. It's
So-
too late. Deeran has opened it. But
A chipmunk runs into the room and jumps up onto the table in front of Belroth, opens its mouth, and Archimedes' voice booms out from the chipmunk.
Bah!
And it says, I have come to finding what I need to begin the next phase. I need the 4 of you present, as well as the piece of the demon stone. I will also need half of the spell stone required to activate the device. So bring those devices and 800 spell stone,
Bah!
and we will be on our way. I will come to claim you again in 1 week's time from the tower. And the chipmunk scrambles away.
Where can we get...
All right.
shit ton of spellstone.
Find 800 spellstone.
yeah, put that on the list.
On the list, next to it, dash several exclamation points.
Chipmunk. Yeah.
Oh, nope. Yep, crosses off the exclamation points. Chipmunk.
Wesley walks from the back stairwell, and he says, What was that?
Chipmunk.
I think a magical messenger of some kind, demanding 800 spellstone, which to me feels like a scam. That feels like very much like a, hello, I'm a foreign prince, and I have the way to solve all of your problems. If you'll please just wire me $800,000.
800 spellstone is significant amount of spellstone. Here, Skarpin, I have this for you. And he throws you a pig corpse. You know, like a whole hog that you would buy from a butcher.
Whole hog. Just snatches it out of the air.
Ah, thank you. Yeah, so 800 spellstone.
And he takes a huge bite of it.
Freya looks at you jealously.
Skarpin doesn't make eye contact.
Freya slowly walks closer and closer until her face is literally right there and she's sniffing it.
Slowly turns so his shell is facing her face.
She doesn't stop.
Yeah.
So they're just gonna spin.
Yeah, they do that, like...
She's purring.
He's gnawing.
He's not.
So I have 10.
I also have 10.
Oh, yeah,
I have 11.
Are you sure? I've got 16.
How do you have so many?
I just don't use them.
I've never used them either.
I've never used mine.
Then it sounds like you guys weren't keeping track.
I have 11.
Because we should have 16.
I have 16.
re-empowered something, so I have 11.
Oh, here's the other 5.
Skarpin, do you have my other 5 as well?
I kept track of these for you. You were busy.
Oh, thank you so much.
Welcome.
Yes, I did not expect that you have 800 spellstone on hand. That seems unlikely.
Archimedes expects it.
Is there
He said he is covering half, and he still needs 800?
Yes.
That means he knows where to get 800.
Also makes me question what he is powering with this spellstone.
The demon stone, I thought.
He just needs it. I don't know what it's going to
When
do.
he said, bring the fragment of the demon stone and half the amount of spellstone it takes to power it, I assumed the it was referring to the demon stone.
I don't know how that would be.
No,
I
I
don't
guess
The
you're
either.
demon
right.
stone was a sealing protective barrier. I don't know why he would need to power up a protective barrier. Oh, this is idle speculation. What is more important is that in 1 week's time we get you the spellstone you need.
Do you have a way to do this?
Me, personally?
Yes.
No, I do not. But you have several resources at your disposal for you to choose from, I would suspect. You are members of Adventure Incorporated. You could try to requisition this thing from the company.
Yes.
But it is important to remember that the person who will approve such things is Elder Carapath.
Ugh.
Undoubtedly, he will not be pleased with such a sum, and he will probably, if he would approve such a thing, it would come with strings attached, I have no doubt. Your other option is to go to the king. Your other option is to go to the Viscount. The Viscount undoubtedly would have resources that could rival this. But that Viscount Hawthorne is we will say, shrewd negotiator. He will absolutely not do such a thing without enriching himself in some way. And there may be third option, but I don't know how you would feel about such things.
Is that
What about...
to just let it lapse and we fail, I guess?
I guess that is fourth option.
Oh, okay. That's
You
what
can
I
do
thought.
that if we do not wish to play game of Silverblade. We do not have to. We could simply do not do what he seeks to do. It may not get us information, but it also does not cost us 800 spellstone.
What's option 3? That seems the best option so far.
Well, Option 3 would be to acquire Spellstone in a way that I would say is extra legal.
Extra legal, great. Within the bounds of the law.
Maybe outside the bounds
Very
of law.
much within the bounds of the law.
Maybe beyond boundary.
Very in the law.
Yeah, I would not say very in law.
Well,
Now, I think, if I am correct, the Spellstone that we could acquire is not necessarily on the up and up to begin with. So
What
we
do you
could
mean by that?
maybe I may be able to track down some shipments that are traveling to the underground. Through the nefarious peoples, and we could take Spellstone from people who have already committed thieves. We could take Spellstone from thieves.
Oh, that feels much better.
yeah, we could do that.
And then never
It's
return
still
to
not
the
our
city.
Spellstone, to be clear. You are still breaking law.
Well,
They took from someone. Now you
Sure.
would be taking from that someone. But that is option also, perhaps. If you are interested in clandestinely murdering thieves and taking things that are stolen and making them yours, that is a possibility as well.
Oh. Well, what do you, I could eat a thief. Yeah. What do y'all think?
You could try one of the other options before we resort to. We could make this last resort.
I
think that we should go and maybe talk to the Guild of Contractual Arrangements and see if there's a job that we could do that would pay us an 800 Spellstone. And that way, we are both benefiting Adventure Incorporated and we're doing things within the law.
To add on to that, if we don't find a job that is paying us an 800 Spellstone that we could feasibly take, maybe a job involving handling some thieves in the town, so then we actually get a job done, and also take a bunch of Spellstone.
These thieves are not what I would say, politically speaking. You would be hard-pressed to find someone who would reward you for dealing with these thieves. There is a degree of political value that having a known underground element brings to those in power. No one would shed tear if these people were dealt with, but no one will reward you either. When you create power vacuums, someone will come to fill them, and often those people are not as easy to deal with as the one you left behind.
Okay, my friends. This is the moment, I think, that we have to decide. Are we the kind of team that's going to accomplish things by any means? Or are we the kind of team that's going to remain good people trying to save the world?
Yes.
You made it like a big deal like that. This got a lot harder.
I just
Yeah,
think
that
it's a
puts a
really
lot of weight
important
on it.
moment in our development as a team. We are wrapped in the threads of fate.
I don't
We are
know that-
important, and our legacy will reflect who we were.
I don't know that those are exclusive to each other, Ellery. Dealing with thieves and recovering stolen goods. I feel like that's an admirable task that good people would undertake.
Well, yes, if you were going to return stolen goods.
I said recover.
Okay.
Freya takes a bite of the carcass.
Hey,
He spins a little bit more.
Rips it off and runs away with it.
What if we try the good stuff first. And then we can always, like, you know, if we have to, right?
My only fear with that is we ask for 800 spellstone and then it fails and then we steal 800 spellstone from thieves who may politically be involved with all of the people that we just asked for 800 spellstone from. And now they know exactly who took that 800 spellstone. Right? So if I am more of the let's just smash and grab and hopefully fly under the radar.
Yeah, that feels like bad. Like, if we're gonna take it, we should do the right thing with it after.
I mean, we're trying to save the world. I think we're at that point. These demons seem powerful enough to
Void
creatures.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Is that what you're going with, void creatures?
I don't like the term demon. I know it's convenient.
title?
I still don't like it.
What if we call him something
Seems
cuter,
pretty
like
accurate. I mean,
It's
Like-
important accuracy in language, I think.
Ellery, I'm sorry, you were saying?
No, I was just trying to think of void creatures. You know, we could give it a little more oomph, I think. You know, if we're looking at this from, you know, if our story is going to get told for generations and generations and generations, we should probably be thinking about that now.
The void.
So, like, instead of void creatures, you call them void creatures. Is that the more
Or-
oomph you're talking about?
Or like void
Voida?
I don't know
void
if that has the same ring to it.
Feels like we're getting lost in the sauce here, you guys.
What if we give them a really
void sauce.
What if we just...
That's when you make pasta with no sauce.
I liked it.
Ellery's like, that sounds pretty good.
Pasta with no sauce?
Yeah.
Oh, butter
Those
pasta.
noodles.
So
Butter's still a sauce. I'm sorry. It is still a
yeah,
sauce.
butter sauce is a sauce. You literally said butter sauce.
I would just eat noodles.
Just noodles with nothing.
Yeah. Listen, when noodles have been taken away from you for a decade, you'll just fucking eat whatever noodles someone gives you.
Deeran is right. Demon, void creature, void sauce, does not matter what called. They are definitely, to Skarpin's point, they are presumably very dangerous.
Yes.
You know, I don't know if they, you know, you can use them to justify whatever you want, Skarpin. I am indifferent.
Do we, if we're doing the right thing then, do we have a rich benefactor which we could help? That weird guy who loved magic items. That man. Remember him? We met this man and the Artificers Guild attacked us.
Yeah.
He's a rich benefactor. What if we ask him to, like, we are looking to get this much spellstone. We will do a job for you. We are in a bind.
Baron
We will help
Sildakar,
each other
yeah.
out. He was weird, but I mean, he's another rich person
Sildakar?
that would have it.
He probably would have 800 spellstone. I would be weary of whatever he may choose to throw your way. But
What do
he
you
is an
mean, as a
option.
thing to do in return?
Baron Sildakar is, I would say, erratic and dangerous. Those are the words I would use to describe him.
Okay.
I think it's a good idea, Belroth.
Thank you.
And if he asks us to do something super illegal, we can either say yes or no.
We should say no. Right?
I agree with you, Deeran, but I'm saying you're the one that didn't want to have the conversation now about whether we're good or evil. Or somewhere in the middle. I think the somewhere in the middle is the harder part to...
Yeah, I just think it's a big, like, it makes all our choices so much worse if we're gonna, like, decide to be bad right away. You know? Like, it just, like, everything you do from here on out is kind of like, oh, okay, well, of course, like, we said we were bad, so I guess we're gonna do bad things.
No,
Like,
I mean, that's fair. I mean, you kill one king, you kill several kings, right? That's how the expression
that's what
goes.
they say. Yeah,
That
man.
is known expression.
That's what they say. If you do it once, you may as well just keep going.
I think there will be some extra legal things that we do. Sorry, there are some not legal things we will do. But I guess I didn't initially agree, but I do agree that if we want to be the type of group that we want to be, then maybe we should avoid it when possible.
Yeah.
Right? And if it's not possible to avoid it, we make it work for us in a way that feels better. Right?
I mean,
Yeah,
I was okay with killing the thieves, but
I was too, but it's a group. We're a group.
yeah, we should vote. Yeah, voting and all that crap. Yeah.
Well, it seems like we're evenly split, so I don't even see why we would vote.
Are we? No, I
Yeah,
think we should.
There's like 4 of us, is what he means.
Because me and Skarpin are pro thief murder, and Ellery and Deeran are
I thought
negative
you just
thief
changed
murder.
your mind, though.
What? Oh, I was looking for compromise.
No, let me be super clear. I don't care what happens to the thieves. It's the stuff that they stole that I like want to make sure it goes where it's supposed to go.
Oh, that's more complicated.
That's the moral complication of it, man. Like, there's like doing good, and then there's like
Doing well.
actively doing bad things and like benefiting from it, right?
No, that's a fair point.
Yeah, I think if we were using the spellstone for our own, selfish purposes, but I don't intend to.
We also don't know necessarily what Silverblade is going to do with it. He could power up some horrible war machine, and we've been tricked. That's where my mind goes. I don't know. Maybe I'm a pessimist.
Sure, but we do that Baron Sildakar. Perhaps he would ask us to do something very pleasant and within the bounds of the law.
I like that kind of hope, Skarpin.
Yeah, it's possible, and then if not, we'll go murder some people.
Or we'll go to one of the other avenues that Wesley suggested.
Yeah, I still think we could do like either of the like within our roles things,
Yes.
Yes.
One step at a time, one step at a time.
All right, so I guess tomorrow we go talk to Baron Sildakar.
Excellent.
Seems like a plan.
Better you than me, I think.
What did you do to him?
Oh, nothing. I just don't
yeah,
like him very much.
You weren't invited, Wesley. Don't worry.
That's what I am saying. Better you go. Like, no,
don't worry, man. Like, we weren't gonna.
I shouldn't. That is not.
No, you're busy or whatever. Like, I get it. Hey, man.
I mean, more like, no, thank you. I would never do such a thing. Not that you offered, but I wouldn't anyway.
I mean,
Yeah,
we
but
know
we
you.
didn't.
You're going to be secretly there.
Right, I know you didn't. I'm saying even if you did, I would feel apprehensive.
Oh,
That
don't
is all
worry.
I am saying.
Don't worry about it, man.
No, I'm not worried. I don't think you're going to.
I mean, do you want to come?
No, hard no.
Well, now I
do
feel
not
like
wanna
I
be
need
there.
to ask because you've made a big deal out of it.
No. I have probably had too much to drink. I'm going to go lay down, and he just lays down next to Freya.
All right.
Freya
If he doesn't
nuzzles.
wake up in the morning when we leave, then he's out of luck. So, but I, for one, am hungry. So I'm gonna go to bed.
With the carcass just
Hungry.
dragging it behind you.
Like I always do.
I'll go to bed soon, but I'll stay up finishing my notes and then go to bed.
Belroth, we should compare sketches. I also sketched a little bit of the creatures we saw.
Oh,
Yeah.
And he takes out his notebook, and he has these like beautiful, pristine sketches of the creatures, and just in such detail.
I threw these together, just,
These are pretty good.
What do you think?
Oh no, I mean there's a flaw here. That's definitely there. What the geometry is a little messed up, but it's good. It's good.
Oh, okay, yeah. You can give me some pointers, and
Skarpin looks at his sketches,
And he's still like not great at like,
They're not good.
they're not shaded. They're very detailed, but they're not nice to look at. Like they're like a really accurate scientific like drawing, but not
Belroth
like
has drawn an exploded view
yeah.
of the monsters.
Right. Everything that he's seen is like technically accurate, but to like it looks insane.
oh, I didn't. I didn't realize their hands looked like this.
Well, that's just how I assumed it looks bisected. I mean,
But hey.
I haven't actually had a chance to vivisect, the cord of bones. That's odd.
No expert on that. So,
No, I mean, I just yes, I want. I mean, if I ever see Amelia again, she's Winterbone is her thing, and I just feel like I would be doing her a disservice if I didn't be like, hey,
I
look.
didn't know that about Amelia.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think that's really cool, Belroth.
Think,
And I'm
think-
glad you're thinking of her and trying to keep these pieces for her.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
I wouldn't show her these drawings, though.
The next day, the four of you wake up. Wesley is gone. When you awake,
Did I eat him? Did I eat him?
Again, did I eat him again?
Good morning. Belroth starts making some coffee.
are you guys going to head off to the Rose District to try and get in touch with Baron Sildakar?
Yeah.
Sorry, what district?
Yeah, it's in the Rose District, in the expensive part of town, the merchant quarter.
Ah, the Rose District. Very nice.
Not the roast district, which is what I heard the first time.
Yeah, that was this house last night.
Hey,
The Rose District.
Flavor Town.
As we pass the roast district, Deeran is just
He's just floating in the air with his nose.
exactly.
He's becoming
he's
more and
holding
more
on
shaggy.
to Skarpin. Yeah, he's holding on to Skarpin still, but his body is floating in the direction of the scent lines for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so you arrive at Baron Sildakar's house. It is on the end of this lane. Again, compared to the other houses in the area, it looks borderline rundown from the outside. But you know that the inside is packed with things. So, you're standing outside the house now.
Ellery, do you want me to talk? You are very good at talking. I don't know if you want me to talk, but I can, because he's weird and creepy. I don't know.
So, I don't want you to be offended by this, Skarpin, but I feel like if there's a weird and creepy level to be met from our team, it's gonna be you.
All right, I'm on it.
And he walks up the stairs and knocks 3 times.
The
Perfect.
creepiest number.
A creepy number of times.
Oh my god, can you imagine just walking out to someone's door and knocking once? I think that's the creepiest move. God, that would terrify me.
Run it back.
Did something fall in my house? Who's out front?
Yeah. One does not denote intention. I feel like if someone knocked on my door once, I would be uncomfortable. You're right, Steph. That's not great. Okay, you knock once.
That's why like bells don't go ding. They go ding dong. Because that would be crazy if it didn't.
I'm trying to think, like, what is the appropriate number that I would do? I think 4 is
I
actually
feel 3. I feel like 3 is not a weird number. 2 is like
I
not
knocked
enough.
3 times. Yeah, I knocked 3
On
times.
the ceiling if you want me. Twice on the pipe. Ding, ding. If the answer is no. Oh, my darling.
It's like somebody
So
who's
you
been
knock on the
kidnapped.
door once.
Or
Yeah, just 4 times the number of death.
Yeah, Deeran and I shaving a haircut every time.
2 bits.
Every single time. Or I do this number where I go... like too much.
I don't know how well that translated, but I'm gonna.
it just sounded like
Too much is a good answer. I think for both Deeran and Mike.
But
I
you know
believe
what?
that.
It does denote intention.
Like
I
I
don't know.
expect that
There's
if
a
you know
maniac
the
at the
person,
door.
I expect that if you know the person is walking toward the door and has just not reached it yet, but you know they're coming, like you can hear them moving in the house, you're still knocking.
Yeah. My ideal is that I'm knocking as the door opens, so that like I'm falling
And you
into
never stop.
the house. Yeah.
Just looks like you're
The door
attacking
swings
them.
open for you, Skarpin.
With one knock, it works.
One knock, it worked. The steward is standing there, and he says, "May I help you?"
Yes. We have a proposition for Mr. Baron Sildikar, and we think you would be very interested in hearing it.
Do you have an appointment with the Baron?
He looks back at his crew quickly and then back to the gentleman and says,
Yes.
Very well. He turns to the bell. He picks it up and rings it.
No
No
one hears
sound.
it, right? Yeah.
Comes from the bell. And he places the bell back down, and he steps backward, holding his hands in front of him, and waits.
So you sir, what is your name?
Down the stairs comes the sound of feet. And you see a very bewildered-looking Baron Sildikar turn the corner. And he says, "I have no appointment for this time. Why am I being bothered?"
Hello. We are the Expedition Society of Sudden Adventure.
nope.
Doesn't matter.
No, that's perfect. It fits.
Too late.
Nope. I mean, yes. That's where we're going with that. We have a proposition for an appointment, and then another proposition.
You look familiar to me. Where have I seen you before?
We recovered that fancy blue dragon halberd.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes, you are the delivery folks who brought me that halberd. Yes, of course. What can I do for you? The halberd is not going anywhere. You cannot have it.
Absolutely.
You may not even set foot in this home.
We admired your collection, and we decided to offer you services in recovering other types of interesting objects that we specialize in finding. And so we're wondering if you had your eye on any.
Always. What kind of recovery are we talking about here?
Well,
He looks back at Deeran.
Strictly legal, of course.
Deeran looks around to figure out why everyone's laughing. Yeah, that's right, man.
Yes, and but we recently have been gaining popularity, and our services are very in demand, I'll say. But we heard from Talia that you were one of the best customers in town. So before leaving, we decided to stop in and see if there was some job you needed done.
Oh, well, I can always find things sought out. Things best uncovered by other hands. I'm sure I could come up with something that needed to be done, but very few people come to me without a need of their own. So I would ask you what it is you need from me that I can fulfill for you for your so generous offer.
No, that is fair. That is fair and very astute of you to say that and discover. So yes, we are looking to expand, and in a way, we need investors. You seem to have done well for yourself. And yes, we are need to. Is a very specific amount of spellstone.
Investment implies that I give you this thing and I see a return. I suspect that is not what you really mean. You're just trying to sugarcoat your feelings.
Well, and if you mean return, we will return with this whatever item you wish. And I think that you'll find that you will be pleased with that investment.
How much are we talking? 100 spellstone? 200?
About that, yes. About that.
About?
Yes, like 1,000 spellstone.
1,000 spellstone? 1,000 spellstone?
Yes, very interesting items out there. They'd be worth our time to recover, I imagine.
1,000 spellstones worth of your time? I don't believe you have the capability to return me something 1,000 spellstones worth your time.
Well, I think you underestimate us, and if you are not willing to invest, then perhaps... Oh, no. I won't disclose the name of your competitors in the collections market, but...
Give me a persuasion check. Let's roll a die some point.
Yeah.
This, episode.
That guild, Artificers, damn it. Yeah. 14 plus minus 1. 13.
Well, we don't have to be hasty, of course. There may be room here for negotiation.
Well, that's excellent. We always hate wasting time, and we could have been out of town already, I think. But I insisted we come here and see you.
Me too. I'm not one for waste, so why don't we do it this way? I can acquire 1,000 spellstone. It would be very difficult, but I can do it. And I can provide a job that I think would be worthy of such a egregious sum. But I will not be paying anything until the object is in my hand.
I think that's fair. That's fair.
Nothing illegal, though, correct?
Skarpin looks back at Deeran.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
Deeran shoots him a look like, yeah, man, we talked about this.
Skarpin just checking.
A shame. I believe one of the pendants is going to be in town this week for a rivals collection, and I so would love to have the other at some point. Okay. I will send you for a thing that I have been long seeking to get my hands upon. Far to the northeast of here, a couple of days' travel, you will come across an old ruin. This ruin has within it a treasure long forgotten, left for, I would say, close to 300 years untouched. If you can get your hands on this treasure, then, and bring it to me, I will be very pleased indeed. This cup, a simple cup, holds no real significance, but a lot of value sentimentally, we'll say.
The most rare kind of value.
The best kind of value. The kind truly worth showing off with. Go and fetch it. I will provide a map to you to these ruins, and you can search them to your heart's content. Be careful. They are very dangerous.
But the cups. No, wait, that can't be right.
All of it.
That laugh concerns me. Very good. This cup, can you give us a description, perhaps?
Oh, you will know it when you see it. I would be very surprised if you find any other cup down there. The cup is very important. You'll know.
Yeah, no, that sounds great. We could do that.
All right. Go then.
Excellent.
Go forth and bring me back the cup, and I will see what I can do about procuring your investment.
Yeah. Ha 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 ha. Thank you. I mean, yes, you got it.
And
I will not be taking any more meetings today. He turns and walks up the stairs.
Well, thank you very much for the help in finding Baron Sildakar for us, and it was very nice to see you.
He shuts the door.
Well,
That
what
one.
do you
I'm gonna
think?
find out his name one day.
Yeah, he didn't give it to me.
It's Baron Sildakar, man. He said it.
No, Deeran. The man that we've met twice now and hasn't answered our question either time.
Oh, the help.
I think I feel like that's a derogatory way to refer to his
Oh,
position.
but demons are okay, and Belroth storms off.
I didn't say that!
Hey everyone, DM Anthony here, just reminding you that if you're enjoying the show, tell your friends, tell your family, let people know, word of mouth, and you can support the show at patreon.com/adventureinc, or you can check out the shop at adventureincpod.com/shop. Make sure you check the show notes and the website for all our social media, including our Discord, where you can come and hang out with some great people. We'll see you there. And until next week, I wish you nothing but critical success.
We lost Anthony.
And I think...
What does he do?
Oh no!
I think Zoom just got mad at me.
I wonder if it's all going to come in at once.
I hope so.
when he
And it's
comes
real
back.
fast.
Yeah.
We lost you for a second, bud.
I saw that. I noticed.
Did you?
It says my internet connection is unstable.
Fun
Ooh.
stable.
Just like your mental state.
Just like your
What?
knock.
Where'd you lose me?
I don't know.
It's a silent bell.
I wasn't listening.
I didn't hear what
They
you were saying.
said
You were
very
gone.
well.
Serious
business.
We're super serious.